We have some major updates of mixed martial arts, starting with the news. Joe Rogan revealed why Ferguson's legacy faded. Recently, Joe Rogan has put his foot on Tony Ferguson. Rogan thinks Ferguson's career went downhill because he fought too many times without taking breaks, unlike Khabib. In a recent episode of his podcast, Rogan said, Tony was once a top fighter with a long winning streak, but he kept fighting and started losing badly. Ferguson's body couldn't keep up with his mind. Khabib retired undefeated because he took care of his health. Now Tony has lost 8 fights in a row.
In his prime, people forget, in his prime, that mother was terrifying. He had a long win streak and everybody up. He was cutting people, strangling people. He was a beast, dude. Tony Ferguson was a monster. But people forgot. They forgot. They only see Tony Ferguson now when he got knocked out by Chandler. They see Tony Ferguson now when Paddy Pimblett beats him. Like, you don't understand. He's 40, whatever he is, years old. Like, he's natural. The body just can't do what the mind wants it to do anymore.
Man, you're looking for that one point where at least a coach, family, or somebody that tells them, like, you're done. But you want maybe you want to end on a winning note, or you don't want to just like.
I think these guys just like it. They want to fight, and that's all they know.
Yeah.
It's different in different people. Like, some people get out and they go, I think I did enough, I'm out. And they hold to it, like Khabib.
Looks like Merab isn't too worried about Dana White. Y'all probably saw that video he put up, where he was getting stitched up after a cut on his head. That really ticked Dana off, and he called him next level stupid for posting it. But then, just a few days later, Merab put up another video, this time showing him pulling out those stitches in some odd way. That didn't sit well with Dana either. Now, in a recent interview, Merab responded to Dana by saying, I never regret what I did. I post this because I post everything in my social media. It wasn't a big deal because I had more than 3 weeks when I got cut, and I know that my cut will take 5 days to heal up, and then this cut didn't affect my training, my sparring, nothing. As you see, I'm healed up, everything is good. When I saw Dana was upset, of course I don't want to upset Dana White and UFC or do something like that, but I was very calm and relaxed because it wasn't a big deal. I don't regret nothing. This is who I am, this is what I do, and this is my life. That's why I'm a fighter, and this is my life and what I do. That's how I always do. I get cut all the time, and I take the stitches out myself. It was normal for me to take stitches out by myself. I realized later it was big scissors, but at first when I take the stitches out, I was trying to take them out with a knife, but then the knife wasn't cutting, and it was very painful, and I used scissors. Sorry, I don't have small scissors. I don't know, whatever. Dana White highly praised Alex in a recent conference. So recently in Fight Conference, a reporter asked Dana for his opinion about Alex's desire to fight in the middleweight division again. Here's how Dana reacted.
My take on him is he's nasty. That's my take on him. He wants to move up, he wants to move down, he wants to go that's why people love him. Those are the type of fighters that people love. Pereira wants to fight everybody. I love it.
So what do you do with a guy like that when you have a guy like that? And Dricus, hey, look at the run Dricus is on, right? I mean, he's kicked ass and, 1, 2, and 3. I think he's beat in the rankings and everything. So you promise to fight to Strickland. If Dricus comes out of that, would you grant Alex's wish, assuming he beats Khalil?
I don't know. The thing that's great about it is, first of all, I said a minute ago, it's why everybody loves him and he's great. But it also gives us a ton of options that, as we're in matchmaking, should we do this? Should we do that? Shouldn't we do this? Shouldn't we do that? I don't know. It's a good problem to have with a guy like him.
Chael Sonnen made a bold claim about Sean O'Malley. So recently in a YouTube video, Sonnen said that O'Malley is currently the biggest name in MMA. He believes there's no one else who compares to O'Malley right now. Sonnen also took a dig at Conor McGregor while he was at it. Take a look.
O'Malley is the biggest star in our sport right now. Conor's not in the sport, he's not even licensed. Sean O'Malley is gonna have a very hard time ever looking better than he looked at 299. That Sean O'Malley Cheeto Vera had to deal with can beat anybody. But can you duplicate it? A lot of people thought no, a lot of people thought he's just having a good night. And that night, a line came out and it had Merab as a 2-to-1 favorite over O'Malley. Even if he wins, he draws into a guy with a similar disastrous style.
These two TikTok quick things.
That is a lot for a young man to take on. But that seems to be exactly where Mally does his best work. When that house is on fire and he's right on the edge, like that seems to be where Sean O'Malley performs his finest.
Artem Vakidov, who's the last person to beat Alex Pereira in kickboxing, revealed that basic striking skills are the key to defeating Alex easily, not MMA skills or wrestling. He notes that Pereira has almost no defense and relies on his strong attacks to make up for it, especially in the first round. Listen to what he actually revealed.
Да, я как вижу, должен быть базовый ударник. Только базовый ударник может победить. Не ММА боец, не там, тем более там борец, грэплер, кто-то или еще. Только базовый ударник, который, потому что вся его работа это только ударка, только кикбоксинг, там тайский бокс, колени. И тот, кто знает эту уже сферу там ударной техники, он знает, где тут защититься. Я вижу как бы ошибки, допустим, да, что защита у Переры, ну, почти отсутствует. Даже тот же самый первый бой с Блаховичем, не знаю, видели где. Поэтому защиту, все знают, что у Переры защиты нету, но зато атака преобладает, дает компенсацию вот этому. Второй бой же все мы видели с Адесанем, как он попал. Также у него защита вот ручки вот здесь, голова вот здесь. Он тем более еще высокий.
It seems like Dana White took a jab at the entire MMA community who thinks Jon Jones is not pound for pound #1 fighter. Here's what happened. So recently, Dana White ran an ad about Jon Jones during his Contender Series, and it gave the MMA community a bit of a shock. Even within Contender Series, Dana White didn't hold back to mention Jon Jones' issue here. This has sparked reactions from the MMA community. First, take a look at the clip where Dana White shares his thoughts on Jon Jones.
When you talk about who's the baddest dude in the world, you put two guys in a room and Jon Jones walks out of that room every time.
King of the game, I'm doing my thing.
Jon Jones beat everybody at light heavyweight, then moved up and not only beat the best heavyweight in the division, it only took him 2 minutes to do it.
Jon Jones, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. The throne is on.
After the ad aired, here's what Dana White had to say about it.
I don't know how long we need to talk about it, but couldn't help but notice a Jon Jones promo that ran tonight. What? Yeah, it had a lot of things calling him the GOAT, talking about his accomplishments.
Yeah.
Now, was that something you've been planning for a long time that just happened to roll out this week, or was that a direct response to anything that happened here last week?
I was in the back. I didn't even see it air. I didn't even know they aired that
There was
tonight.
a lot of stats about him, who he's beaten. I don't know.
Did you guys read them?
There was a lot of
Did
stuff.
you guys read the stats?
It didn't talk a lot about the guys recently that he's beat. It talked about his whole career.
Right. Still, well, you recently just beat the heavyweight, the #1 heavyweight in the world. Yeah. Hope you guys read that stat. You know what? Great about technology. We're not far away from AI actually doing these rankings, and it'll be a great day when AI starts doing shit. So I'm really excited about that.
Now let's see what the MMA community has to say about it. He's happy. This is just getting weird. Does he not realize we are laughing at him, not with him, LOL? I think he realizes it causes engagement now, which means, and you are adding to which he ultimately wants. Does he care about our opinions? No, he cares about UFC clips getting engagements. More people will watch, comment, and engage when Jones wins or loses now. Another post for the all-knowing trolls to cry about. Don't think Dana understands that we are all aware that Jon is the GOAT, but that doesn't mean he is pound for pound #1 or that he shouldn't fight the interim champion. Glaze needs to be studied. Dana is trolling. He just wants AI to do the rankings so he can fire whoever is doing them now.